And we're live. Good morning, everybody. Mark Sconti reporting. How are you, man? How the hell are you, man? Hey, Mark Sconti reporting. Good morning. I was off in a trance right there. We're gonna have a great show today. Today is Monday, and the date is 9/26/2020. Wow, what a freak show going on in the world. Have you been paying attention? People are losing their minds. People are troubled, caught up in discursive thinking. They don't know fact from fiction. They want to fight. People seem to be pitted against one another more now than ever. And there doesn't seem to be any real solution. Well, there is a solution, but it doesn't seem that people are engaging any of that solution. So my name is Marcus Conti. I'm a guy who makes videos here on YouTube. I have no agenda. Welcome everybody. Weevil Girl is in the house. TJ, how you doing? Finny D. Martini, motherfucker, in the house. Jim Gerard is here. Mad Cow Mark. Yeah, we're going to speed read the news today. There's some things going on. Artemis is scheduled to take off tomorrow. The big rocket to the moon. But here on Earth, people are fucking troubled, man. They're just, there's black youth, tearing up fucking convenience stores, and a shooting in Russia, and other stuff, right? What's causing it? What's causing it? Why don't we have peace and love on Earth? Why are people killing each other? Why are humans eating each other like ants? Why are we de-escalating, de-evolving, rather than evolving, going further? Is evolution where is survival of the fittest really evolution? Because that would indicate that the humans will eventually extinct itself at its own hand. But that's way, way, way too philosophical for this moment in the program. So I'm gonna pause on that, and I'm just gonna look at some of the speed read the news. So this is my thumbnail today. I don't know really. I don't know, when I see anger and I see craziness and I see YouTube videos of black youth twerking on the counter of a convenience store while everybody else, all their other brothers and sisters, tear the joint up, screaming racial epithets. I say to myself, what has happened in the world? What's going on? Right? Is it mental illness, or is it just a sign of the times? It's your inability to cope with what's really going on. You're not speaking up about it. You don't know that the elections are rigged and fucking, the moon is flat and the earth is liquid. You don't know these things, right? You can't penetrate the Van Halen belt. Right. Are we sick? Are we crazy? Are we, it comes down to the point of living. I think if you're a mental health worker, you don't have to be a mental health worker to see crazy people. But if you were in that position and you deal with crazy people all the time, at some point, you've got to say to yourself, what is the solution to this? Is it, renumination of past? It's your mother's fault that you're crazy. It's your environment. It's because of an incident when you were a child that makes you nuts. And it's natural and normal and it's okay. Or should we be saying, let's have a look at your craziness, and maybe you could identify it in yourself and change it. So anyway, we'll look at some of those stories. Got nothing else today. Hillary Clinton might be running for president again. So if nothing, if you're feeling really calm and relaxed right now, reflect on that. That'll get your fucking stomach turning, right? It'll get your head to go like this. Oh my God, I can't believe she's running again. Right? And then Trump will rear his head out of the, oh my God, he's gonna fucking eat everybody. Right? You can find something to get crazy about. Right? Don't worry about it. There'll be plenty. Don't worry that there'll be nothing to worry about. There'll always be something to worry about if you choose to. So my name is Marcus Conte. I got a website, and quite frankly, I couldn't tell you what the topic of this show is anymore. It used to be about, I don't know, progressive fucking politics and whistleblowing and, I don't know, pointing out craziness in our society. I guess it's still the same. It's just that we're talking about, as times change, we're talking about different subjects. But nonetheless, it is a fascinating adventure, right? We're still here, right? We're still talking about it. And we broadcast live every morning at 9 a.m. You don't need any notification at all. If it's 9 a.m., we're live, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's here on the East Coast of the United States of America. And every day the videos are, we're live, like we are right now here on YouTube. But if you're watching somewhere else, like on Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, DLive, well, not DLive. DLive is, if we're not on YouTube, we'll be on DLive. But we're also on Twitter, Getter, Facebook, everywhere, right? Just click all links and you'll find out where else, or you're probably watching it somewhere else. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you and your quest for understanding about your world. That's why we're here, right? You're trying to understand your world. I'm trying to understand it by speaking about it and playing my piano to it. But, anyway, so thank you everybody for joining me. Vinny DiMartini in the house. Weevil Girl, right? Weevil Girl says triggered. Right? What triggers one? Weevil Girl is a meditation expert, by the way. She teaches this. So we have a very astute, a very mindful audience these days, right? So there, So if you're here, you become increasingly mindful about your own fucking chaos in your mind, maybe. So let's look at Artemis. Artemis is the rocket ship going off to space again. Some say we can't do it. Some say you believe fake pictures of moon dust. It can't be done. Van Allen, the scientist, has declared it impossible to penetrate the outermost perimeter of Earth. But NASA claims 12 times men have stepped on the moon, and probably 100 times they broke the Van Halen belt, whatever belt it's called, to get out of deep space, to get into deep space and get out of the atmosphere. But putting all that aside, what we are going to see right in front of our eyes is a rocket ship full of some kind of propellant that points at the moon, not going to land on it, but circle it and then return by plunging into the Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean, wherever, and with a parachute, old school, where the parachute comes down with the little capsule, and the people that are supposed to be inside of it, but there are none. But so the Artemis adventure was supposed to start tomorrow, Tuesday, September 27. Now it looks like Nassau is closely monitoring a tropical storm down there in Florida, Tropical Storm Ian, and so they might roll back the whole fucking rocket and put it away. They're going to put it in the closet until the storm breaks. Possibility, right? If there is no storm, then they're going to blast off tomorrow. But it's coming, man. It's coming. We're going back. And very exciting because, if you fool me once, that's my fault. If you fool me twice, that's your fault. And we're going to catch you fooling me. So, as I said, there's seems to be a rampant disconnect in what we used to think of as conventional behavior. Now, in this case, conventional behavior is a Friday night and there's 100 youth, right, drinking and smoking the hookah and dancing and having a good time, right? But they converge on a convenience store. And in the old days, you would be respectful and you would elevate the situation. Everybody would have a good time. But now you start ripping stuff off the counters and throwing it at each other and breaking and stealing and taking whatever you want and getting on the counter and dancing. Am I making it up? No. No, this is one night
all stupid.
In Philadelphia, black youth predators. Here's the woman making sure the guy doesn't stop what's going on. There's a woman dancing, a kid or whatever, dancing on the countertop. There's no problem here, right? This is normal, right? It doesn't matter because the property and commerce that they are disrupting and destroying, it doesn't really matter because Black Lives Matter and you owe us and fuck your system and I'm not going to cooperate and it's because of you I act this way and such, and this is the result of it. There's no consequence. There's no consequence or ramification for the action. Let's find out. But here they are, tossing stuff, throwing stuff. It's not as bad as I've seen. It could have been worse. But this is Philadelphia. There's a security guard walking by, mind his own. There's a fat black lady making sure the guy behind the counter doesn't move. But look at the aftermath, right? They come in and they tore the place up, man. Tore it up. Is it criminal? Right. It's crazy, man. You know, it's crazy.
I learned with a Tetris effect.
Nope, you're out, man. So that's what's going on, man, in your country. Right? Fucking. Oh, here's another one, right? So imagine this, right? Now this is happening in your time. I'm not making this up. This is not historical. This is like the weekend, right? Here's listen closely to the vernacular, right? Here's a girl, I don't know, with her backpack on, and she cuts the line. Here's the story is she cuts the line at the store, and loses her mind. Watch.
Can't calm down. I can't be fucking touched.
I didn't touch you,
I
man.
was raped not that long ago, and I can't stand another man touching me.
Well, no one did that.
So here's a child losing her mind, right? Doesn't know how to settle down her mind. Is claiming that the guy in line touched her. But the reality is she cut in front of the line because she's losing her mind. She cut the line because she's losing her mind.
I didn't touch you,
I
man.
was raped not that long ago, and I can't stand another man touching me.
She says she was raped. That's what she said.
Not that long ago, and I can't stand another man.
I didn't touch you,
I
man.
was raped not that long ago, and I can't stand another man touching me.
I was raped and I can't stand another man touching me, she says, online at Walmart.
Well, no one did that.
She's shaking. She's fat. She's definitely obese. She has a backpack on. She has a mask on. Why are you wearing a mask? What are you hiding? Why are you wearing a mask? It's I don't know. It's why are you wearing a mask? What's the reason for the mask? What are you afraid of? Germs? Are you afraid of something? You afraid of people going to see your face and want to rape you?
Is this a prank?
The guy is asking, the guy who she's accusing of touching her is asking, is it a prank?
He can't. He won't go away. He
You're
needs to
in-
go away. He's the fucking problem.
I need to leave?
Just welcome.
Judy Zim says it's the shot that's making people lose their minds. Well, we're not going to speculate on what shot that is, but I think I know what you mean because you're not allowed to say that. That's dangerous talk.
I still got, okay. She threw some of my stuff.
Okay, you want to say to another?
Hell if I know. I'm so sorry.
You're not sorry.
She wasn't sorry when she cut in line and then screamed
I didn't see you.
to make it. Oh, I just asked her if she saw anyone in
Just
line.
fucking leave. Just go.
That's an
Leave.
adult.
You're making it loud.
Let's just
So she's screaming, just leave to the guy. And who wins the argument, right? Yeah, look at pacifying.
walk up to sir. Walk with Chris. Walk with Chris.
Just to calm everything down.
So what do we do in this case? You know, what's the right you want to blame the girl, but what is the right thing to do in the situation, right? Someone's losing their mind, accusing the other guy of something. I don't know, man, but it just is a fucking crazy, just a crazy thing that, you know, look at this, man. You know, people are trying to, it seems, desensitize themselves. Look at this. Flesh-eating drug, trank, meant for animals, now linked to thousands of heroin fentanyl overdoses. Wow, a flesh-eating drug. That's just what I signed up for. That's what I want. Oh, man, you're going to get some of that trank? It's a flesh-eating drug, man. It'll eat your mind away, and you won't feel nothing. Let's look. So, flesh-eating animal tranquilizer, Xylanzin, has been linked to thousands of drug overdoses across the country as it inundates heroin and fentanyl supplies in places such as Philadelphia, Delaware, and Michigan. Known on the street as Trank, the sedative is now found in 91% of Philadelphia's heroin and fentanyl supply, according to a report. Now, if that's not enough to make you walk away from heroin and fentanyl at that moment, knowing that it's laced with a flesh-eating tranquilizer, I don't think anything outside of yourself can stop you from doing that. From taking the heroin and the fentanyl, right? It's killing you. It's eating you. It's eating your goddamn flesh, and you're still taking it. But anecdotal evidence suggests that it is prevalent. Is there a solution to all of this? Is there a solution to black youths tearing up the fucking convenience store and some overweight, fat, disconnected kid screaming she was raped and the guy in front of her is to blame for her anxiety? Or people ingesting, powerful fucking pharmaceuticals that some bunch of jackoffs in a laboratory, put together, designed to eat flesh. I don't know, man, but this is real. So 91% of the heroin and fentanyl in Philadelphia is laced with a fucking xylazine animal tranquilizer. Flesh eating. Here it is. Oh, man. Look at this, man. Oh, I want to get some of this shit, man. Fucking. Oh, xylazine. Did you get your xylazine today? This is more like tissue death. This is black neurotic tissue destruction that occurs. And the neurotic tissues necrotic, dead tissue doesn't necessarily develop at the site where the drug was injected. There's evidence that it can appear anywhere in the body. Wow. They even make it in pill form. You could swallow it if you want. Wow. It sounds like you could shoot it into your veins. Xylazine causes wounds and sores on users' bodies, resulting in a significant increase of soft tissue infections, bone disease, and amputation. Wow. Wow. Why? What is the what I'm trying to understand is what is the positive, what is the desirable effect of this xylazine? Now, we know that if you take heroin or fentanyl, there is a sedation effect. You feel sedated. You feel mellow. Ooh, you feel like warm and fuzzy. But why the horse fucking tranquilizer? The flesh-eating animal tranquilizer. And there they are, man, just signing up for it. I got my xylazine. Right? People imagine online, I got the bag, right? It's a heroin deal. Fuck you. I got your shit, man, right here, man. This is some heroin and fucking it's some heroin and we got your fentanyl in there, right? We got it laced with xylazine. Shit'll eat your fucking mind, man. The xylazine. Oh man, here you go, man. $10. Hey. Xylazine. It's something I've never seen before anywhere. People all over the place sticking needles anywhere they possibly can, passed out. Fillies going under from tranquilizer. Right. When Brennan first started using the drug, he mainlined it into his vein. She mainlined it into her neck until it caused a dark saw. Now she shoots it straight into her muscle, chasing its euphoric effect. It's a way more intense sickness than fentanyl. You feel like you're literally going to die. Death. Is that what it's about? It's moving to the brink of death. The drug has been widely abused in Puerto Rico, dating back to the turn of the century, where it is known as anesthesia de cabala, a horse tranquilizer. Caballo. When fentanyl is not available, the cuts get heavier with xylazine. Whew. So what, this is, again, just sign of the times. Sign it. That's all we're talking about. Sign of the times. How we doing, everybody? Are we still live? Are we still allowed to speak? I follow. When fentanyl is not, we are still live. Despite. Oh man, thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for joining us today. We're exploring, right? That's what this is. This is sometimes you can explore deep space, right? You could go out as far as you want and try to understand your world that way. That is one option. One option in your life is to shoot a rocket off Earth and go straight the fuck up forever, right? And explore it. Or I speculate that you can do the opposite. You can turn the rocket ship around and go deep within. And suddenly, see, once you're inside your own domain, right, and enjoy the whole thing and not be tormented by an incident where someone might have raped you or some other view that because of your skin color, you're not ever going to be accepted into society. Or you might want to just inject, fucking flesh-eating narcotics into your bloodstream to get a euphoric charge because this life is just not good enough. Right? That's what we're exploring today, right? So, or you can, if you're not of that stature, you say, I don't fucking shoot, man-eating drugs in my head, in my arm, but Hillary Clinton is running for president. Oh my God. And your fucking head explodes. Or you say, I just can't handle this anymore. And you go out and you shoot 9 fucking kids and wound another 20 in Russia in a school. Right? Happened again. Here we go again. Let's watch the video. I don't know what kind of video it is. 9 dead, 20 wounded in school shooting in Russia. Oh my God. Here they come. Here they come. Kids running fast. Russian soldiers and cops trying to stop the shooting. What happened? A gunman on Monday morning killed 9 people and wounded 20 in a school in central Russia. Oh, it's Russia. Russia, they're fucking savages and animals. We shouldn't even care. They steal our oil and make our gas price higher and rig our elections and other stuff, right? Putin is, shaking, and he's got a nervous disorder, and he's going to die, and he wants to eat your kids. Why does this fucking beast keep popping up on my screen? Russia's, that's why I keep the commercials. I want to see what the algorithm is trying to sell me. Right? Russia's investigative committee said in an online statement that 2 guards, 2 teachers, and 5 students were killed in a shooting in a school in Izhevsk. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's in Russian. Izhevsk. And try to pronounce it with no front teeth. A city about 596 miles east of Moscow. Not getting any better. This is some chilling video inside the school. We already saw it. While Russia... this is inside.
Саня, все хорошо.
So children running one way, cops with guns drawn running the other way. Crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy, right? Here's the gun. Looks like an old-fashioned Russian fucking pistol. It's got the place where you screw on the silencer. It's got some... This is an old fucking gun, man. People that know guns know. This is like old, right? But it still works. You still fire it and it kills people. You got some magazines there, right? So it's not just isolated here. It seems to be all over the place, right? Now Russia's getting the brunt of the violence. The violence is as if it couldn't get worse, Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky is calling for nuclear war, saying it's not off the table. It's not off the table. Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky warned Sunday nuclear war could be a reality as Russia ramps up increasingly ominous, saber-rattling threats. He wants to scare the whole world, Zelensky says about Putin. Scare, fear. You know, Zelensky was when Trump did something allegedly bad and was impeached, Zelensky was the bad guy who sided with Trump, right? And you remember how the United States vilified Zelensky and Ukraine, and it was all Russian oligarchs, and they were in bed with Trump trying to frame Joe Biden and his son. Remember all of the nonsense that the political class was trying to sell about a year ago? They're still trying to sell it slightly, but now Zelensky is a hero. Zelensky, the hero that is single-handedly fighting off the dirty Russians, taking anything and everything the Americans give them to kill Russians, is now saying that nuclear war is a possibility. Hey, Zelensky, why don't you shut the fuck up? Why don't you lay down your arms and let Russia lead? You weren't doing a good job of it. And it seems that even in your own country, people are willing to have an election, that you are now saying that if we have an election and it includes Russia on the ballot, Russian control on the ballot, then you get 5 years in jail. That's what they're saying right now in Ukraine. Ukraine is saying if we want a free and open society, and the people are saying, well, let's have a referendum on Russia and their occupancy. And then that same people that say we want free and fair elections say, if you vote freely and fairly, you get 5 years in jail. So the fear, and that's a true story. I just connected those dots for you because, hey, we talk about this on a daily basis. So President Zelensky says nuclear war could be a possibility, right? Fear, violence, epic, right? And if that kind of stuff doesn't bother you, this sure will. Ex-Clinton advisor predicts Dems will dump Biden in favor of Hillary 2024. Ah, yes. All right, something to hate. Something to get, whoa, she's running again. I can't believe it. Hey, lock her up. String her up. Right. She can't beat Trump. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We got to fucking vote for Hillary because it's Trump. Ah. I was raped. So is Hillary Clinton running for president again? Wow, I went way out there, man. I feel like I was just experiencing what it might have been like to be the girl online screaming at the man in front of her, the white man in front of her, accusing him of touching her, right? And screaming, ah, right? And having everybody run to your rescue to help you in your hysteria, right? What is the solution? What do we do when people are like that? Well, I have a solution. I think that injecting them with meds is not the way to go. That's the wrong way to go. If someone is already on the brink of losing their mind, is full of anxiety and fear and craziness, adding any psychotropic medication to it makes it worse. Those are they're mood elevating. So whatever mood you're in is just going to elevate. The idea is to remove that from the equation and calm people the fuck down. I don't know if Hillary Clinton's running. I think it's every year, this happens. We're 2024. Does Hillary Clinton want to run? Of course she wants to be the president. She's saying no. But here's some evidence. Once Biden pulls out, this is the guy who was a Clinton advisor. Once Biden pulls out, the polls will show that the Democrats are leaning towards some crazy radical like Gavin Newsom, Bernie Sanders, or even AOC herself. I don't think it could be AOC because she's not old enough. Age. AOC age. How old is AOC? She's 32. In 2024, she'll be 34. October, November. Yeah, she'll be 34, AOC. Now, I'm not saying AOC is a good candidate. Hold your fire. Hold your fire, conspiracy theory. I know that people, you fucking support that fucking crazy bitch. You're a liberal. Calm down. Just calm down a second. Calm down. Breathe. Breathe. AOC won't be old enough in 2024 to run for president. So she is not on the table, right? Maybe in 2028. Now, as crazy as that might sound, can she win? Forget about can she govern? Is she old enough? Is she smart enough? That doesn't matter. Can she win? And I would speculate that the answer is yes. If the Democrats back her, she could win because she's got the multi-billion-dollar spin machine behind her. They'll spin it to make her seem like a genius. Right? And Trump is the white supremacist animal or whoever runs against him. Trump won't be around in 2028, hopefully. or like, DeSantis AOC. But can she win? Yeah, of course she can win. Look at the people in the country. People that it's a broken mentality. That's not going to change anytime soon. Oh my God, it's fucking 9:28, 9:38. The markets are open, so we got to look. So here we go. Well, that's interesting. NASDAQ is up 73, Dow down 82, S&P flat at 1.91. What do we got? Apple 151. So Federal Reserve, if you haven't heard, has been inducing a man-made recession by jacking up the short-term interest rate to 3.5 basis points, another 75. The highest the interest rate in our country has been since 2008. And why are they doing it? To rein in inflation. Inflation, oh my God, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was worried about inflation and the stock market crashing and the fucking... And how am I going to survive? And how am I going to eat? Everything is so expensive. And what about my job and lack thereof? And oh my God, I was going to panic. I'm just going to try to figure all this shit out, man, because I'm so full of anxiety, right? Facebook up $1. I wonder if I'm exaggerating. Why am I talking about this subject? Why do I care about, why does this commentator, you watching this guy? Who is this fucking guy? Who the hell is this guy? Right? This fucking guy talking about the world is the humans on the planet are crazy, but it doesn't appear that the planet itself is really crazy, that craziness is actually just your own perception of what's happening and your inability to see what is beautiful and perfect about the world, which is you, breathing and alive. Right? How the hell did you end up alive? How did that happen? Well, meditate and you'll find out. You'll know clearly. Right? So the markets are mixed right now. Dow down, NASDAQ up. We'll call that mixed. How's Pfizer, Moderna, and Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, the stocks, the holy vaccine stocks, the stocks that will keep you healthy and safe, that supply you with the magic vaccine that cures everything and then some. Both of those are flat as well. It looks like Johnson & Johnson up, Moderna down. What about the war stocks? Are we getting our war? Zelensky's calling for nuclear war. Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, kind of flat. Lockheed Martin is down $2, and Raytheon is basically flat at flat. There it is, 0. So markets are lukewarm, I guess. And it again, it's a self-inflicted pain. All of the markets are teetering at the bottom right now. Is the bottom in? Well, I speculated that it was a while ago. Will it bounce from here and go up? I don't know. It looks like it. I think it's, again, if you're looking long term, this is your entry point. Close your eyes, buy, and then don't think about it till a year from now, and you'll be up. It's my speculation. But what else? What else we got? Hillary Clinton. Oh my God, I can't believe. It still strikes me, right? So, and if that wasn't bad enough, Dead Game says market is a long game scam. Yeah, it is brief on the market. That's how many people view it. The stock market is a Ponzi scheme, and so is your banking system, and so is the money in your pocket, and so is everything in the fiat system. Everything is a stacked on fucking Ponzi scheme. The system only continues as long as the people believe it's valid. Criminal justice is a type of Ponzi scheme where the government makes money on the back of people who break their laws. That's how it keeps floating. If people stop breaking the laws, the scheme is over. But the stock market, even if, okay, I'll concede that it's a Ponzi scheme, that it's a game, a scam. All right? But historically, the scam continues. The scam, the price of things continue to go up. So why not piggyback that, quote, scam for your own gain, right? Or not even for your own gain, but to one day step back and say, see, this $100 is now worth $500. It's a scam and a ripoff, but I'll take the 500. But just think about that. Pfizer CEO has COVID for the second time in 2 months. You talk about the height of hypocrisy. Right? The guy at Pfizer who makes the vaccine and makes money, the CEO leading the charge for you to take the vaccine, got COVID for the second time in 2 months. Who the fuck is getting COVID right now? Is it even there? Are people testing themselves? Why? Nonetheless, the 60-year-old contracted disease in August, for which he took the company's antiviral treatment, Paxlovid. He's also received 4 doses of his company's vaccine. Right. So, quadruple vaccinated and 2-time recipient of COVID, and a guy who makes, all his millions as CEO on the back of people who are either taking the vaccine voluntarily or being forced to take it so that they don't lose their occupation. Right? This guy is inherently responsible for that. Right? Now, we're talking about COVID-19, the very deadly disease that kills less than 0.1% of the population, while suicide is wiping out, fucking 8% of the population, or obesity is killing 30% of the population, or high blood pressure kills 8% or 9%, whatever the numbers are. Right? We're focused. You need to focus on COVID that kills less than 0.1%, 0.1%, and almost 0 children, instead of where you should be focused on that your mental illness, if you're screaming online at Walmart that the man in front of you is a man and therefore he's associated with other men who raped her, and feel a need to scream and carry on and break down in Walmart so everyone can feel your pain, then that's the cause of this. Right? One thing is causing the other. Mental illness causes the physical ailment. It starts in the mind. And that's where I'll end today. So meditation holds the potential to help treat children suffering from trauma, difficult diagnoses, or other stressors. Wow, man. You know what? I just had an insight. Right? If kids start to meditate without your permission, now we're talking about change. Right? If somehow mindfulness can seep into the young people and say, oh my God, all of these adults are crazy. And why? I'm a kid. I don't understand their fears. I don't understand it. Why are they so scared? And I meditate and suddenly I'm not scared. But when I listen to these adults and they implant their fear in me, don't sit too close to the kid next to you. You'll die from COVID. Put your mask on. Be fearful. You better go, 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 or you'll be left behind, and you won't make it. You'll starve to death. You'll be unhappy. Go, go, go to college, to Ivy League, to corporate slavery. Well, not slavery, but corporate conformity. Or you'll suffer if you don't do those things. But wait, mommy, people that are doing those things are suffering. Why would I do that? Because people like me will not be able to continue. We need you to continue our fucking Ponzi scheme scam. God damn it. Am I as crazy as the lady online? Is Marcus Conte equivalent to the person screaming online? This wonderful person right here, right? Am I the same as her?
Is this a prank?
Touch!
I didn't touch you,
I
man.
was raped! I'm getting fucking touched!
I didn't touch you,
I
man.
was raped! Not that long ago and I can't stand another man touching
I
me!
was raped not long ago and I can't stand another man touching me.
Well, no one did that.
I just can't!
Is this a prank?
I can't! He won't go away! He
You're
needs to
in-
go away! He's the fucking problem!
I need to leave.
The whole everything outside of her is the problem. You see the problem? The problem is that everything outside of her is the problem.
Is this a prank?
I can't! He won't go away! He
You're
needs to
in-
go away! He's the fucking problem!
He won't go away. He's the problem.
I need to
And our black princess. I shouldn't label her black princess. She's doing the right thing. She's diffusing the idea.
leave.
Just welcome.
She's saying, no, you don't have to leave. Just go to another counter while the girl breaks down.
I still got, okay. She threw some of my stuff.
Now, some people say you should take her by her hair and drag her outside, and that's the end of that.
Hell if I know. I'm so sorry. She wasn't sorry when she cut in line and then screamed
I didn't see you!
to make it.
So I would say the only other thing I would add is that the guy's making it more difficult. Who cares if the girl cut in front of your fucking line? Shut up already. Shut up. You made your point, right? The girl is a mess, right? And you're throwing gas on the fire, right? But the point is, am I any better than her? Like I'm ranting. Is my rant equivalent to her rant? Because some people will say, they'll watch this program and say, "Oh, this guy is fucking crazy, man. What happened to you, man? Conte, you've lost your mind, man. You're not with it anymore. You're not seeing the world the way it is, man. You believe the pictures of people on the moon and it's horrible and how did you what was the essence of your demise? How did you not see that the moon landing was fake? How did you not see that all Jews are overturning the government and everything is a Zionist plot to kill everybody and the Russians hacked the election? How do you not see that? And Hillary Clinton, of course, is the best candidate for president. One more. So the big idea, children's actively meditating experience. I'll start again. Children actively meditating experience lower activity in parts of the brain involved in rumination, which is discursive thinking, right? Non-stop thinking is a better way to look at that. Mind wandering and depression. Right? So it's like scientists, they need to get hit in the fucking, they need to get kicked in the ball sack to realize something. Oh, meditation slows down the discursive thinking. Are you not paying attention? Scientists, are you not paying attention to 1/3 of the population that engages this? And well, not a third of the population, but many people are engaging this. Overactivity in this collection of brain regions, known as the default mode network, is thought to be involved in the generation of negative self-directed thoughts, such as, quote, "I am a failure," unquote, and are prominent in mental disorders like depression. Oh, they're not prominent in mental disorders like depression. They are depression. When you sit around thinking that you're a failure, you're not. You're identifying with these memories that pop up, and then you affix on one of them, you continue it, you engage it, you wrap your arm around it and try to solve that problem in your mind by running it over and over and over again until it comes out the other side, and it's the generation of suffering. The alternative to that is what the kids are saying. In our study, we compared a simple form of distraction, counting backward from 10, with two relatively simple forms of meditation, focusing attention on breath and mindfulness. Children in an MRI scan had to use these techniques while watching the stressful video clips. All right, so right now scientists do have ways to electronically wire the mind, because here's the problem. Scientists will walk into a room and they'll and this has happened already. They'll communicate with seasoned meditators, Tibetan monks that sat for years, some silently for years, and are very, very in tune with their own mind and body. Yogis that do this, and they look at them and say, "Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe you're able to stop your thoughts. I don't believe that you're not suffering. There's no evidence of that, other than you appear to be extremely peaceful. But that's not enough. Where's the cash and prizes? Where's the scientific evidence? Where is the chart and graph that I can tell my colleagues proves that you are mindful?" Because you can't see it. It's in somebody. You could see their behavior, but that's not good enough. I need quantitative evidence that your mind is working in this way. So they've developed these MRI devices that you can wire somebody, and then read their mental activity, and then say, "Aha, why do people that don't meditate, why does their electronic algorithm look like this? But these guys over here, it looks like poetry, and they're able to manipulate and this over here seems very messy and random, but over here it seems like it's methodical, like somebody is aware of it." It's different. Look, I don't even want to engage this anymore, but children actively meditating experience lower anxiety. Yes. All humans that engage in relaxation of the mind will relax their mind and not fucking worry so much, right? But again, the consequence of that is you might not be screaming at Walmart. You might not be twerking at the convenience store while your 100 friends tear it up. You might not be injecting horse tranquilizer to feel good. You might not, you might not lose your mind when Hillary Clinton runs for president or Donald Trump runs for president. You might actually be relaxed and acceptable and not view those things as potentially bad, but just, things that occur, and focus on the good stuff, right? Like the other stuff, there's things to be happy about, I assure you. So NASDAQ is going up a little bit. So thank you everybody for joining me. Mark Sconti reporting, and thank you all for joining us. So you're telling me to smoke, huh? Dead Game says smoke. I'm not saying smoke. I never encourage anybody to smoke. I thought Marcus said he was ending. No, I didn't end. Did I end? Did I say I was ending? We're only, how long are we in, right? People what are you trying to, guys, fucking trying to get rid of me, man? Mad Cow Mark saying, "I'm trying to get rid of me, man. It hurts my feelings." You're hurting my feelings, man. Have a great day, everybody, really. Meditate, Go in. Go deep. Go deep.